across our region. I think all of you would agree that small businesses are certainly a crucial element to our economy here in South Texas. We saw that firsthand after Hurricane Harvey when so many of our small businesses suffered some losses. And the Chamber at that point was able to facilitate a recovery fund for small businesses then, and it went really well. And unfortunately, we find ourselves in another bit of a disaster right now with this pandemic, and we know that our small businesses are hurting right now with the downturn of the economy. And thankfully, through a partnership among the Chamber, the City of Corpus Christi, and the Port of Corpus Christi, we've been able to come up with some additional recovery money for small businesses in our area. And we just couldn't do it without those partners, and we really appreciate their faith in the Chamber to facilitate that fund. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Councilwoman Paulette Guajardo because she's a real champion of this effort and can tell us more about it. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Libby. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited that I've been able to bring the Port of Corpus Christi, the City of Corpus Christi, and the United Chamber together to mitigate the catastrophic impact on our small business community. This program has the capability to help 1,000 businesses in Corpus Christi, Nueces County, and San Patricio County. Every day, I speak to small business owners who are distressed over the continued challenge that they face during these unknown times. Today, we come together to bring them hope and promise for not only their future, but their employees' futures and that of their own families. These efforts would not be possible without the help of all the teams involved with the Port of Corpus Christi, the United Chamber, and of course our own team, the City of Corpus Christi. But I want to give special thanks to one person for her dedication and vigilance throughout these last couple of months in forming this program, and that's our CFO, Constance Sanchez, because she has been, and her team, she has been extremely instrumental in really helping me navigate through this. So I want to thank her and everyone else involved. This is about partnership. I've always stressed that a city, any entity, you do nothing alone. You're in partnership with your employees. You're in partnership today with our Port of Corpus Christi. This program would not be the program it is today, reaching 1,000 businesses without the Port of Corpus Christi. And so the administering of this program comes from the United Chamber, and that I'm very, very grateful for. So thank you to all. I want to strongly encourage our small businesses to take advantage of this program so that we can turn the tide around together. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here today. My name is Charlie Zahn, and I'm the chairman of the Port of Corpus Christi. As you heard Councilwoman Guajardo say, today is an interesting time for us because we find ourselves still in the thick of a public health disaster. COVID-19 panic has wreaked havoc globally and impacted us deeply here in the coastal bend. I don't believe one person in this room has not been touched in some way by this pandemic. Always, but especially during troubled times like these, the Port of Corpus Christi has a unique responsibility to not only maintain the business continuity for our customers, stakeholders, employees, and community, but also to support the national and global response efforts. As we work to balance both roles, we remain fervently committed to our small business community. Through this recovery grant, we hope to help uplift our regional community and collectively recover from the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is our sincere hope that this contribution will help our small businesses not only recover, but grow to thrive as we overcome the challenges wrought by this horrible virus. This undoubtedly is an unprecedented time, as they say. However, in our nation and our state's history, we're not marked by our successes so much as we are by the indelible challenges and crises that we overcome. I'm a man of faith, and I know that working together and supporting one another, our community will survive COVID-19. And one day together, we will again thrive. This is a step towards that recovery, and we at the Port of Corpus Christi are humbled to share in it. I'd like to say also that we think it's so important at the Port of Corpus Christi that our industry partners are successful. One of the people heard me say time and time again that if my industry partners are successful, then the Port of Corpus Christi is successful. And I say that because this is a partnership, as you heard, between the United Chamber of Commerce, the City of Corpus Christi, and the Port of Corpus Christi. And I think because of this partnership that small businesses in our community will be able to make it through this disaster that we're all living with. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to come today.
En español y en resumen, este es un fondo de recuperación para pequeños negocios, el cual fue establecido posterior a Harvey. La Cámara de Comercio, junto con otras agencias, cuentan con un fondo dedicado en ayudar a los pequeños negocios. 1,000 negocios de los condados de Nueces y San Patricio se van a ver beneficiados con estos fondos. Este programa se lleva a cabo en la Asociación del Puerto de Corpus Christi y la Ciudad de Corpus Christi. No existe en nuestra comunidad una persona que no se haya visto afectada por la pandemia. El Puerto de Corpus Christi tiene la responsabilidad de ayudar a esta recuperación. Este es solo un paso para esa recuperación.
Well, as mayor, I want to say thank you to the chamber, to the port, to our Type A board, Councilwoman Fajardo that initiated this, but it's, like they've said, it is a team effort. Nothing gets done basically individually. You've got to work together, and I think this is just a great demonstration. And speaking from the perspective of a small business person, I know the assistance will be greatly appreciated. While it may not be a lot in some circumstances, it may just be enough to make a difference. And so we encourage our small businesses not to be afraid of the governmental bureaucracy and the tape and the red tape that's involved. I think the chamber will try to make it as smooth as possible to get this assistance to you as quickly as we can. And we're just pleased that the city and the council can be a part of this, because if we don't have small businesses, we don't have a city. And so we do appreciate that. And on a personal note, this has continued to move forward in spite of Libby Averett has had some difficult times in the past, and our condolences to the family through these tragic times. But we appreciate your leadership, both at the chamber. I can't name all the things you're involved in, so thank you for your leadership wherever you are. But on behalf of the city, thank you, and we thank the chamber for their work and diligence, and we will get through this. I think someone spoke that probably every one of us have been touched directly or indirectly of this virus, and unfortunately I've got a sister-in-law in Houston that has come down with it. And so I think you're right, and everyone has been touched with it. We had about a 45 delay experience because of the COVID, seeing our brand new granddaughter. We couldn't go to the hospital when she was born because of the COVID. And so everybody's been touched directly or indirectly, and our goal is to get us back full speed. And I think this will help many of the small businesses. So thank you on behalf of the City of Corpus Christi and the City Council. Thank you very much.
Este programa es un esfuerzo de equipo y la asistencia de hoy va a hacer una gran diferencia. Nos da gusto que el Concilio y la Ciudad de Corpus Christi puedan formar parte de este programa y ayudar así a nuestros pequeños negocios.
Okay, with that, I'd like to give just a really short demonstration and talk a little bit more about the details of the program. If you could turn your attention to the screen, we have the Chamber website up. It's www.unitedcchamber.com, and You can see right here that the very first thing you see is Small Business Regional Pandemic Grant Program. And if you click on that, it takes you to a page that has more information about the requirements to apply. So the important thing to remember is that the application will open tomorrow, July 9 at 8 a.m. and will run through July 20th, 8 a.m. So you have over 10 days to apply, and the applications will be selected by lottery, so there's really no rush to go and be the first person to apply. So please do take your time, take a look at the requirements, and make sure you have all your paperwork together before you fill out the application. So the first and most important eligibility requirement is businesses can have up to 20 full-time or part-time employees to qualify. So we are really trying to focus on the smaller businesses in our community. You will be required to demonstrate a loss of at least 25% of revenue in the period beginning March 1, 2020 to present, when compared to the same period in 2019. And some of the documents that you could use to show this include bank statements, sales reports, quarterly reports, financials, or QuickBooks reports. Also, you will be required to show your most recent tax return, federal tax return, and that is for both the City of Corpus Christi and San Patricio County and the Nueces County. So if you are within the City of Corpus Christi and you want to qualify for the utility credit, you must submit your most recent utility bill. So that is sort of the nutshell of the program, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. And once again, this program, the application goes live tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
En resumen, en cuanto a los detalles del programa, la información se encuentra también en el portal de internet a la dirección www.unitedcchamber.com. Las solicitudes están disponibles desde el día de mañana y hasta el 20 de julio. Se va a llevar a cabo una lotería, así que no importa cuándo realice su solicitud. Entre algunos de los requisitos, debe de contar con hasta 20 empleados de tiempo completo o parcial o el equivalente en todas las ubicaciones comerciales. Debe haber estado en su negocio durante al menos 12 meses. Debe de tener ingresos brutos anuales de no más de $1 millón de todas las actividades comerciales. Los empresarios que tengan su comercio dentro de la ciudad de Corpus Christi o en el condado de San Patricio están calificados para recibir, para formar parte de este programa. Todos los detalles se encuentran ahí en el portal de internet.
You'll also notice on the website, when you click to apply, there are 3 options. The one application is for businesses within the Corpus Christi city limits. There is a Spanish option, and there's another option for outside of the City of Corpus Christi limits, and that is for businesses in Nueces County and San Patricio County.
También en el portal de internet se encuentra un área con toda la información en español para ambos negociantes que se encuentran en el condado de Nueces y el condado de San Patricio.
And the beginning part of the application is really contact information. There are basic questions about the nature of your business. You will be asked to submit the documentation as discussed earlier, as well as your tax return. And if you are in the City of Corpus Christi, you will also be required to show your most recent utility bill.
En el portal también se encuentra un cuestionario con preguntas básicas para todos los negociantes que deben de llenar. Asimismo, se le va a pedir información sobre sus ingresos.
And with that, I think we can take any questions. If you have any questions for any of our participants.